looks like we're ready to go, Judge Flainer.
All right. Okay, we'll call this meeting to order. I want to thank everyone this morning for being here. Our first item is for roll call. See Judge McCarty, Judge Coleman, Colton, Melissa,
Here.
and Kevin. All right, so we have a quorum, everyone's present. Our next item of business is approval of the regular scheduled meeting minutes from 10/19/2022.
So moved.
As written.
So I have a motion by Kevin. Colton, or Judge McCarty, second. Is there any discussion? Not hearing any. All in favor, let it know saying aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Our next item is the architect update.
Good morning. Yeah, really the only update we have is from what we sent you a couple of weeks ago regarding the survey, and you all just need to take action on that to get it recorded or instruct us to tell the surveyor for the PDB to have that done. So I presume everyone's kind of read those two options, but you have the option to have the property owner just go ahead and take care of that, since it really has to be done before you can buy anything. Right now, you're buying a half a piece of property, so there's really no way to legally do that till you have that change recorded somehow. So that's something the property owner could go ahead and just take care of with what they've had done already. And the surveyor has reflected that anticipated line, but it's not legal at this point. That's all. So you all just have to decide, which way you want to go with that.
I think the property owner can get that taken care of.
Okay, cool. And then the other thing that he mentioned was, he discovered that water line and sewer line that are public utilities running through there, but he didn't really find any records of those or their easements. He just knows they're there. So he mentioned the city might have easements for them. So I would suggest maybe someone locally could check with the city and see if they have any. I mean, he knows where the lines are, so I think we can avoid them. But what we don't know is if there's some easement that says you got to be 10 or 15 or 20 feet off of those or whatever. We just need to know that. Chris, you are unmuted. So that's I know if maybe Judge Flainer or somebody could just check with the city and ask them. They may have nothing. Who knows? We don't have anything.
No, she does not.
Yes, I can check out.
Hey, Perry, you're about to receive, I sent you one.
Hey, Chris, sorry to yell.
I'm ready to get number 3, which I had to make a correction on because Danny Cope had marked up something he wasn't allowed to. So I had to go back and dig through it. So this covers the underground. I took Johnny's.
Sorry, I just texted him. I hope he gets it.
Just let me have your number. And I'll
There
let
you
him
go.
know you
No,
called.
he muted himself now. So.
Yes, I can check with the city and the utilities on
Two seven
Okay.
seven
as far as easements on the water lines and sewer.
All right,
Okay.
cool. But otherwise, I think we've got what we need once that's recorded, so once you all are able to take care of that and get whatever property arrangements you have, we will have what we need from the survey side. If there's any easements that we need to add to that, then he can just add those onto it. No problem. And that's it for now.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay, at this time, is there any other business to bring before the board?
Hey, Jeff, I got one quick question.
Yes, sir.
I was looking at the survey and I can see where we have it divided off and whatnot.
Mhm.
Did he say anything about over there on the part where we're gonna put the parking, where it shows all those little lots? Do we need to, after we get the property, do we need to, did he say anything about whether we need to consolidate any of that?
Well,
I didn't know.
I mean, I think that's more of a, I mean, it's always good to consolidate property. I don't know if there's any absolute, from the surveyor standpoint, he's simply surveying what is existing today. So
Okay.
it would seem that, that would be part of the, getting it recorded. If you could get it consolidated, that would be better for you all in the long run to have it show up as one piece of property. Not to say you couldn't work with it if it were separated, but normally it's better if you can put it all together. But I would think that could be taken care of. It might be two separate processes. I'm not sure how that works, particularly locally, but you'd have to get it recorded first. And then, it might be easier just to go ahead and have the same, your same surveyor there, deal with the consolidation as a follow-up to that. And then you could maybe expedite getting that done.
Well, I can tell you the plan is typically is to put all that property into one entity and then deed out that.
Right. So that might be easier if you all could just have him follow up with that, right after or in conjunction with the recording.
Okay.
Okay. So is there anything else from the board this morning? If not, then we need to set a date for our next meeting.
Third Wednesday is the 21st.
We'll be able to have the final survey by the next meeting date combined.
Well, I guess just to clarify, the survey we have, as far as what we need, we've got it. I think what you're asking is what we just discussed about the consolidation and the recording. So I can't really speak to that. That would be taken care of by locally.
So am I right here, Jeff? So basically, the piece of property we're trying to purchase is not part of is only part of an existing property. So that's going to have to be, I guess, if you'll real tracked off before we can purchase it. Does that make sense? So Jeff has,
and that's what he meant by recording it.
Yeah.
So basically, according to him, what he saw that the Colemans provided already on that survey from the local surveyor should be enough for you to do that. I think he's got I think it's just a matter of paperwork, I think, at this point, that gets that done. And then the consolidation, that's a whole separate process. It's not usually involved in the survey. So that's why I think it might be easier for the local guy just to go ahead and take care of that since he's working on recording it.
When will we need to move or act on purchasing the property? Is it complete enough now to act on that, or do we need to wait till our next meeting after they consolidate everything?
Well, the way I understand it, you have to divide the property and record that division before you can buy it, because there's no way for you to buy a piece of a property without an actual legal property line. So that's what would have to happen before you could purchase it. After that, you can purchase everything before it's consolidated. You're just buying a bunch of separate pieces. But the consolidation simply puts it all under one name and one owner at some point. That doesn't keep you from buying, 4, 5, 8 pieces of property. It doesn't really matter.
Well, I can say from the property owner's standpoint, what they intend to do. Part of that property is owned by a corporation. Some of it is owned individually by the heirs of the property. Another is owned by a partnership. They intend to put all that into one property. The best time, since we've gotten so close to the end of the year, what we like to do is make that transaction at the end of the year. That kind of cleans up some of the issues as far as the corporation goes and entities. So I really anticipate at the end of the year, that property is going to be brought into an entity, either through, and then that entity can record that survey and we'll be ready to transfer it off at that point. It'd be the end of the year before we can do that.
That was going to be my question, for tax purposes for the owner, which would be the best to do it, the end of the year or first of next year?
Yeah, well, to go into first of next year, it's not, but I think we just need to end that the corporation's going to have to be dissolved. And it's just best to do that at the end of the year.
I know what the corporate year for the corporation was, though. What the tax year for it was.
Right, it'd still be this year.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else? Melissa, you said the next week, the third Wednesday is the 21st.
Yes.
Okay. Does that work for everyone?
That's fine by me.
I will probably be on the road to Butler County that morning, Melissa. I think I'm covering for JP that morning. So I'll probably take the call on the road.
Okay. Is the 21st
You had
okay?
me down, Melissa?
That's good.
Did you have me down for that day for JB?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Okay.
the 7th is.
I mean, I'll be-
canceled, and then
I'll be up and about, so unless they cancel it on me.
Is the 21st okay with everyone else?
Yeah.
Okay, so our next meeting will be December 21st at 8:00 a.m. on Zoom again, Mark.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion
okay,
by
have a good
Cole,
day.
second by Melissa. All in favor? Can sign off. Thank you all.
All right,
Thank you.
y'all have a great day.